And last night, Sunday, because today's Monday, and the Asian markets open up early on our time, Sunday night basically for us over here in the United States, and that's Eastern time that I'm talking about because I live on the East Coast. But we had silver smashed down to $33.50 as 50% of the U.S. annual silver production was basically dumped on the markets in 5 minutes. Now, last time I did this just a few days ago, for God's sakes, it was a span of 15 minutes. And I think it was twice the annual amount. This time, it is half the annual amount, but it was also 5 minutes, not 15 minutes. Silver was knocked down once again while as the Asian market opened Sunday evening, dropping almost $1 within 5 minutes. Volume data indicates that around 3,300 contracts, which total 16.5 million ounces, paper ounces, of silver, were dumped on the market, again, in a 5-minute span of time between 9 o'clock p.m. and 9:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in other words, half of the entire United States annual silver production was dumped on the paper market in a 5-minute span of time. No physical silver was changed to or from, supply, demand, dug out of the ground, refined. No. Nothing but pieces of paper claiming they changed hands, real physical silver changed hands, is all that happened. And all the paper market is a vote on the market of silver. But if you have a government that has an enormous amount of these paper votes, and it says the price is a certain amount, and we know this is a supply and demand issue, and every time there's a massive amount of supply of something, that means the price is low. When there's a shortage or a low quantity of something, the price is high. That's standard market procedures, if you will. Standard common knowledge here we're talking about when it comes to anything. That's what makes things more rare, and when they're more rare, the price goes up. But if you falsely led the whole world, the entire world's markets, to believe that there's this enormous amount of physical silver, and we have all the paper to back it, or excuse me, not back it, to prove it, and the world believes it, well then by God the price is going to be low. However, if it's a lie, and it keeps taking more and more and more and more of these paper contracts to change hands to move the price of silver up or down, and in this case it's usually down because that's what they want, to keep the price down, then they're having to print more and more and more of this fake silver supply, if you will, to keep the price where it's at, or to stop it from rising to a certain level and just slow the rise down. So the more paper that they continually print to do this, these paper contracts printed out of thin air, is actually telling you that the price should be going up massively more, the real price. So the fact that it's not, again, means it's nothing more than the most important buying opportunity of silver and gold, but namely silver, because I'm telling you silver is the winner, in the history of the world. $35 silver, $34 silver, wherever we are right this moment, I think we're at $34 at this second in time, is a blessing in disguise. It is the cheapest opportunity you can have silver, at least in recent history, to get your hands on it, because when this whole paper game blows up, and it always does, it always comes unglued one way or the other, the real price is going to take shape. Because all those fake contracts that they claim they had, real silver backing it, will be exposed. And everyone's going to stand around saying, oh my God, we were just a bunch of millions of people here passing paper around back and forth, and the paper said this paper is good for 5,000 ounces of silver, redeemable by paying off your contract in full. We will give you the 5,000 ounces. But none of us really wanted the ounces. We just wanted to pass the paper back and forth, hoping the market would rise, and then we'd sell off and someone else would buy it. They would hope the market would rise, and if it rose a little bit, then they'd sell the piece of paper. Again, no physical silver was ever moved or traded. Anything. Nope. Just a piece of paper. When this comes unglued, I know I'm going to get emails and messages from people, oh my God, Jay Snip, I mean, look, man, I knew, listen, I knew prices were going to rise, and I knew some of your crazy high lows for the price of silver, which was going to be hundreds of dollars an ounce. I thought that was absolutely absurd. I gotta be honest with you, but I did know it would rise some, a lot better than it was. And I gotta tell you, J-Snip, this is gonna be the future, by the way. I gotta tell you, J-Snip, I can't believe the price of silver today. It is blowing my mind that it's this high. I know you said it. I know you gave all the reasons why. I still couldn't just believe it, and here it is today, man. Thank you. I'm glad you've been telling me this stuff for all these years, which is just a few years, couple, 2-3 years, technically 2 years. I've been really talking about silver. So, another day, and again, if silver prices rise, it's because the elite want them to rise. If silver prices get smashed, it's because the elite want them to get smashed. There is an agenda, and they are following the agenda as best as they can, the timeline that they want. And if they need $75, $80, $90 silver by a certain time period, they can't have it rising all of a sudden out of control. They have to have it as kind of a, oh, it looks like the market just, you know, made it, just standard market something or another's made it move, nothing to see here, etc. We can't have it rising out of control again, because all they need now is a bunch more people to dive back into silver again, and it would be paper silver that they dove into, and then they had to smash it down again, which means they'd have to even print an enormous amount more paper than they're already creating to push the price back down again. So, that's all I got for you. Take care.